All right, so we back hitting you with some more Phone Rebel goodness, and I know it's been a minute, Phone Rebel. We gotta find some type of way to speed some of these cases up, man. But today we have the Phone Rebel Gen 5, not in the Aramid fiber, not in the Kevlar, but we got it in the frosted version. I know a lot of you was waiting for this. You kept hitting me up like, T, when is the frosted version coming? Look, I don't know what Phone Rebel schedule looks like, man. As soon as I see that shipment notification, I know it's coming. All right, so shout out to them for always blessing your boy. So this is going to be very similar when it comes to the packaging of the Phone Rebel. It's going to give you that Phone Rebel, the back side on the front of the case. That's all it's going to give you. Flipping it over on the back, reading some of the specs that it has: super grip, CNC lens, anti-shock protection, strong MagSafe magnet, frosted look, feel, had to look. I gotta get those damn glasses, man. Easy swipe, raised corners, UV stable, and comes with a 2.75D screen protector. So let's go ahead and get up in here, and it's gonna be similar to what you already know when it comes to your Phone Rebel stuff, man. So it's gonna be the classic Phone Rebel packaging. We just throwing a bunch of stuff to the side, and then when you look at it, of course, it is gonna come with that Phone Rebel screen protector. Let me see what's included. So it's gonna give you a little Phone Rebel pack. That's gonna include your wipes, your lens sticker, different things like that, and it's going to give you a very nice screen protector, and the edges are actually really curved on this. I might have to install this for a video, but Phone Rebel, I told y'all, man, put a frame in the case. Make this installation easy when it comes to these screen protectors. But let's go ahead and look at the actual case itself. Very similar as, of course, the same exact case basically, but there is a few things that is visually different and a few things that it doesn't have, which I am a little surprised. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So on the back, you're going to get that nice frosted design. That's for people who don't really care about, you know, that don't want a super clear case to be fingerprinty. You don't want to get the scratches, and it's going to provide a little bit better grip than your straight, slick, clear plastic. That's what that frosted back has going on. You're going to get the black magnet on the back of it. So yes, it will stand out for people with us with the Team Natties, the silvers. It's going to stand out a little bit more. It'll be a little less subtle, especially if you have that black. You're going to get that. You're going to get your Rebel branding down here on the bottom, which is very different because it does not have the Rebel insert like this one has, which Phone Rebel, we are waiting to get the little extra pieces so we can kind of interchange all of this stuff, man. I'm waiting on it. I don't know when it's coming out, but they don't have that little piece, which I thought all of them was going to have it. I guess due to the design, you can't have it there. Of course, you're going to get your camera ring that you are able to switch out. As you can see, you see the screws. That is going to allow you to switch out that camera ring. On the inside, Phone Rebel Gen 5 Frosted Series. On the sides, you already know it's going to get that very nicely improved grip that the new Gen 5 has to offer. You already know replaceable buttons. They pop in and out, action button, power button. You already know what the deal is. On the corners, you're going to see some of that shock absorption material. So let's go ahead and bring the scale over here. Let's pop it on the Skizzle and see how much she weighs. It is going to be 51 grams. All right, so you got a little heavy one. It's a little weight that comes along the Phone Rebel cases, but that's all of those quality materials. It's not that heavy, man. It's just good quality stuff. So let's go ahead and pop the 15 Pro Max in here. And as you always know, did you hear that slap? Well, I just slapped somebody in the comment section, one of them trolls, when that thing popped on. Let me slap another one real quick. There it is, man. That's that hard snap on right there. It snapped on so hard. You got to make sure you got to look to see if it didn't damage anything. But let's go ahead and weigh it now. You already know 51 grams with the case alone. Now let's drop it on the scale with the actual phone, 287 grams. So it does add a little bit of weight, but in my opinion, it is not that bad. It will be just fine. Don't worry about it. Some of you worry about weight. And anyway, we're not going to get into that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the case. On the back, you're going to get that nice frosted look. This is how it's going to look when it comes to that natural titanium. That's basically exactly how it's going to look inside that case. You can kind of tell that's natural titanium. I don't know. But let's go ahead and step through the case. And if you've never seen the original Gen 5 video, maybe you're looking for the frosted video. So we're going to step through it with everybody else. If you've already seen it, then you can go to another video of mine. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and stop. On the top, it has your Rebel, as you can see right here. Rebel font on the sides, coming on this side. On the right side, you're going to get those grips, the power button. You already know, very tactile when it comes to that power button. Flipping it over on the bottom, you're going to get your accurate cutouts with the slanted type of design. Very, very clean in my opinion. On that left side, very nice tactile buttons. Action button, very tactile as well. Flipping it over on the back, you can see that camera is protected with that ring that can be switched out to give you a different color ring when they are available. You can swap them out, different colors, different materials. I think, trust me, when I get them in, I will be sure to do the video about it. And you can do different things like that and set it down on the table. You already know your cameras are protected. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that lay on tail protection. I am rocking that temper glass screen protector, and one thing Phone Rebel takes pride in is going to be protection. They have these raised four corners on each side that's going to protect your phone from drop protection. Now, I'm not sure if Philip from Phone Rebel is going to do the drop test, but trust me, when these bad boys land on their ground, land on their back, the Gen 5 is always protected, man. I don't know what it is, the way they engineered this bad boy, it's always going to be protected. So you do have a nice little lip on the claw, on the four corners when it comes to your lay on tail protection. Another thing that I love about the Phone Rebel cases is they smooth the sides out so you'll have easier swiping in all direction, especially when it comes down to the bottom. You'll be able to swipe fairly easy because they taper the sides all the way around, so none of the corners or the edges of the case will interfere with your swiping. Always a nice little touch, in my opinion, when it comes to their cases. Now, how does this case fit on the phone? And just like any other Phone Rebel case, it's going to fit like an absolute glove. So coming along the sides, you're going to get no movement, barely if any, especially right here. You get a little creak noise, but that's just because I'm making it make that noise, man. But you're going to be very stiff when it comes to the button. Top and the bottom, very stiff as well. Basically, nothing moves when it comes to the Phone Rebel Gen 5. Fit is A1. Y'all already heard the snaps. I mean, like I said, man, it sound like I smacked somebody in the comment section the way that thing smacked on perfectly fine. But all the sides snap on very good. Very, very tight fit, just like you expect when it comes to Phone Rebel. But how does it feel in your hands with a little bit of different material? When it comes to the Aramid fiber, it was a little bit of a, a different feeling with the Aramid, with the grips on the side. How does it feel with the frosted? It will feel a little bit different, but in my opinion, it's just fine. The grips are perfect. The grips work just perfect, in my opinion, when it comes to the Phone Rebel. That was one thing that we always wanted to see improved. They did it for the Gen 5, and they did it very well because these grips feel really good. It doesn't really feel too abrasive on your fingers when you're holding it. It doesn't get on your nerves. I feel like they really kind of curved off these sharper areas that everybody used to complain about when it comes to Phone Rebel. The phone case is just comfortable in your hand. I recommend this case to so many people. When they put it up there, they always say, T, this case isn't leaving my iPhone, and it's for a good reason because they literally check all the boxes. Doesn't really add too much bulk. I mean, it does add a little bit. You can tell a case is up there, but it is nothing that is going to be out of the ordinary. It's just the level of protection, minimalist, to your phone, to your case, that you can go to get that nice level of protection. Trust me, it will be just fine. Now, testing these magnets out, let's see if there is any noticeable difference than the Aramid fiber. Different backs can cause different MagSafe strength. Now, when it comes to the actual Aramid fiber, it can just about pick this base up by itself with no case in there. Now, I already got it on the phone. Matter of fact, no, let's take it off. We're going to make sure we give it the full treatment when it comes to that. Let's see if it does the same. So the frosted version is not doing the same. Once again, I think that's due to a thicker back and the materials that is used on the iPhone. But let's slap it on the phone itself, and let's see if it can. It wants to do it, but not quite. This is what I always tell you guys, man. Different materials on the back of phones yields different magnetic results. Doesn't mean that this is weak. It just means that it is not really picking it up. But very strong magnet still. You can hear it is trying to pick up this base. Trust me, that's all you really want when it comes to a MagSafe strength. Now, popping on the accessories, if you're a MagSafe wallet crew, this bad boy went there with authority. You are good to go. This is not coming off. I am rubbing my hand on it, trying to get this bad boy to move, and it is still attached up there. So nobody's really going to be doing that, man. You're going to be sliding this in and out your pocket. And with you doing that, it's really not going to have that much movement. So good magnetic strength when it comes to that. You already know we got to do the infamous new shake test now. So you got to shake. And y'all can make your memes and make your gifs out of me when I'm talking about shaking this bad boy, but shit. It takes a lot to get this MagSafe to pop off. So once again, nobody is sitting there violently shaking that like I just did for that right there. So MagSafe checks out, nice grip, tight fit, great buttons. You'll be able to customize it soon when you can switch out that lens cover. You can switch out the actual buttons. Waiting for that day. Very nice frosted finish. I mean, once again, man, Phone Rebel just knocked it out the park when it came to this Gen 5 frosted. Looks very good, and I think anybody who was waiting on this, you definitely should go out there and get it, man, because this is always a highly requested case. $45 for the frosted series. If you're looking for a frosted back phone, you want that protection, you're really looking for a great all-around case, it is very hard to beat this Phone Rebel Gen 5 in the frosted colorway. So definitely go check it out. Links will be down below. If you want to know a little bit more about the Gen 5, the Aramid fiber version, trust me, I will. This is going to be one, all right? This is going to be one of the top bad boys when I do my top 10 case video. But if you want to check out the full video I did on this, I'll be sure to pop that video right here.